In this video, we're looking at describing distributions from situations. Okay, and we are guessing or making an estimate on what we think the distribution might be for these different situations. Is it skewed left? And again, skewed left is where the tail is on the left. So it looks like this is skewed left. Okay, skewed right is where the tail is on the right, where it looks more like this. Okay, or symmetric, where it's kind of symmetric. Okay, where it's the same on both sides. Okay, again, the skewness follows the tail. Okay, now you don't have to have the circle there. I'm just pointing out that's what side the tail is on. Okay, now in these, we're just kind of guessing what it might be. Okay, number of notifications received per day by high school students. Okay, now again, I'm just kind of guessing what this might look like. I think there'll be a lot of students that get no notifications, either they're off or don't have a cell phone, or very few notifications, and there'll be fewer students as it goes. So here's just a quick sketch of what I think it might be. I actually think it's going to start pretty high and not have a kind of a bell curve, but just be like kind of like that, kind of a curve. And you're saying, no, Mr. Lewis, I think there are students that have a lot of notifications, but yeah, but the difference between like 100 or 150 or 200 and 250 or 1,000, whatever, that the number of students will that'll kind of branch off is my guess. So my guess is that this is skewed right. Okay, the number of hours of sleep each night by high school students. Okay, so if we think about this, okay, are the students, might get an average amount of sleep? Is it symmetric on both sides? Are there more students who have fewer hours of sleep, or more students have kind of more hours of sleep? And I actually had a student when I was teaching AP statistics who studied this, and their distribution looked kind of like this, where there were a few students. Looking actually athletes was what the study was about, but it was like boom and then a quick drop off. So a lot of students were getting like between like 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep was pretty common. A few students got more than that, but there were some students who were getting 3, 4, and 5 hours of sleep a night. Okay, so I would say this is skewed left. Okay, heights of female high school students, and I could have chosen male, I just chose female. Okay, it's well known that heights is going to be symmetric and unimodal, so it will look kind of like this. I'm not sure what that height, average height will be. You'll have some short females and some tall females, but most students will kind of be an average height, whatever that might be. I'm going to call this symmetric. Okay, now incomes in the United States of America. Okay, now incomes, what might be an average income? Are there more students, more individuals that have low income, high income? And so if we think about that, actually there is, most adults make some money, whatever the average might be, but then it does taper off, and then you have people that make a lot of money as it kind of goes out. So this is known to be skewed right. Okay, so again, the skewness follows the tail, the part where it's kind of leaning out, where it's longer on that side is how you define the skewness.